BC page so we can bring y'all all this pretty melanin skin over here. And make sure that you're also listening to us on iHeartRadio. I'm T Gray. I got this pretty co-host with me. What's up, Lucky?
What's up, T Gray? Thank you. You know you beautiful too. Always got something new for us. I see you got them lashes Puffington. Yes, and that
Just,
goes on. Yeah,
just
that
a
goes
little
on.
bit.
Yes. Yeah. So yes. How you been? How you doing?
Girl, I'm good. I'm good. Happy Wednesday. You know, me and you kind of been holding it down. We ain't been seeing our people. I just want to let y'all know I'm looking for y'all with a flashlight in the daytime. I'm looking for my chocolate Barbie. I'm looking for my DJ King Cyrus. Y'all need to get y'all asses back here, okay? ASAP, okay?
We
And
miss
not
you
Rocky.
all. We miss
ASAP.
you. Hey, we miss
So,
you all, man. Y'all are really,
it's Wednesday.
you really missing
I'm
us.
going to go ahead and kick it off. So, every once in a while, I switch out what my love and is. It's always love and something, love and something. And I feel like I just need to make it one thing. So, from now on, it's going to be just love and let live. And so, if I forget that, y'all remind me because I'm old. But I feel like
Don't
I'm
never forget it.
always
Love and let
voicing.
live.
I feel like I'm always voicing the opinion of people y'all picking on people out here in this world. Y'all picking on people in this society, and I'm tired. And I say that because what y'all gonna do is leave my Odell Beckham alone, okay? Leave him alone.
See, you lucky. You are so lucky you took this from me. Because when my man Ryan Comedy, I don't know if y'all heard of him, right? My
Yes,
man, he
Ryan
always talk
Davis.
about Ryan Davis, always cracking jokes on this man. Okay, so the first time I saw about it, about the Odell Beckham thing, was the whole hand patting, touching, little kind of on the fence, back and forth. But now here come this shit, literally.
So let me tell you first, there is so many layers. Do you understand me to this whole situation? But I'm gonna tell you, y'all gonna leave my Odell Beckham alone first. Any little light skinned Tatianas out there, leave him alone. So what if we don't know if he gay or not? So what if y'all might have took a shit on him? Leave him alone. Let him
I mean, and
live.
to be honest, we're gonna let them live and say that. To be honest, like Ryan said, those girls are known for being liars. Those girls are known doing
They
anything, getting
are.
for likes and stuff like that. So what I really need for people to
They
do is, if
are.
it's not a fact and it's fiction, keep that shit to your fucking self. Nobody cares
Listen.
if it's not true. You over here trying
What
to
I
for
need is
likes,
just some
and all of
receipts. I
y'all,
mean,
Tatiana, Barbie, y'all go away, go away. I'm tired.
so
I'm
I
tired.
tell you why I say there's so many layers. Because when you hear of Odell Beckham, there has always been so much speculation about his sexuality. The story, the tea on the underground has always been Odell Beckham is more partial to men, or and granted, there's no proof of that either. But what if that is the story? What if this actual situation only came out to debunk the fact that maybe he might be? I don't know, but I do know that you all have to let a person live. Let's just run it back that maybe it's all true. So what? Odell Beckham make more than enough money to have 20 broads lined up to shit on him if that's what he wants. I don't make that kind of money. Okay, I'm not gonna say if I made that money that that's what I want, but I tell you, the richer I get, the more crazy freaky shit I'm gonna be into. I can promise you that it's gonna be something that T Gray not gonna want nobody to know that I did.
It's gonna be like TMZ, hot story.
It's going to be something, I can guarantee you. And I was telling a friend of mine today, I'm glad that I don't make that much money that the spotlight is going to be on me, or that you feel like you can share any inner workings of my personal life and feel like you're going to get over on me. um I don't rock with this story 100%, because Deion Sanders was like, well, when did it happen? Did it happen last week? Did it happen a month ago? You still holding the shit in? Do you got a shit right now? Like, I feel like at what point did you decide to say, okay, well, this is what I'm going to spend and this is what I'm going to tell? Was it when he cut you off? Was it when he stopped messing with you? And now all of a sudden you want to say this? Like, I feel like sometimes when people start divulging sexual secrets, it's a little bit of a low blow. So y'all let
Mm-hmm.
my boy live.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If that's
That's why
and if that's what he likes, then so what? You ain't gotta touch his hands when he get done or smell his breath. Let him
big
have it.
facts.
Let him have it.
Yeah, people
So let's get
blowing
this
me.
just my luck.
Well, it's just my luck that I was able to go out of town and experience life again, to be around people and to kind of have the energy to have a great time and just be free. And as much as people keep saying New York is lit, and outside of it being lit, um,
Hmm.
I got, oh, see, my connection is going in and out. Are we back? Am I back?
Yeah, you're good.
Because my
Hmm.
screen just went out. Okay, I just want to make sure y'all can hear me because I've been my shit a little shaky, kids and stuff in school or whatever. But I just love the energy. I love the vibe. I love the fact that I was able to go to several events and nothing happened. At least within the vicinity of me. I was so sorry to hear about the kid and his mom and the gang related shooting that happened doing Juve. And I just want to kind of tell people like, wow, just be careful, just be careful with having your kids out at nighttime as well, because I'm just trying to figure out why a kid is out at 3 a.m. in the morning. Part of the
Yes.
culture to be coming out of a taxi and on your way in the house, and right before you get into your house, you're shot and to hear him screaming and everything.
Right.
That was super, super, yeah, that was super heavy. And I'm glad that no one was killed and everyone's okay. But damn, like, what happened to like people just wanting to protect the neighborhoods? Like, everybody wants to be a shooter. And like my man said, the shooter is the lowest of the totem pole. So you want to be a shooter, meaning that you don't even care about your life, that you willing to risk it all to say that you did
Hmm.
something for someone else. And the bigger person is laughing at you the whole time. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
just
Most
consider that,
definitely.
think about those things and think about those things. But I mean, that's pretty much it for me. Outside of that happening, that was the only incident, which is major for New York, because usually it's multiple things that are going on in the building. So, because I heard it was 6 people that were injured, which is super unfortunate. But outside of that, the vibe, the people, I love the fact that men in New York, they shoot, they shot. They shoot,
Yes,
they
they
shot,
do.
and
Yes,
they are
they
so
do.
and they make sure you hold a vibe. Like, I didn't, nobody try to holler at me, but yet my cup was never empty. I can get a drink from anyone. The girls were even nice and more fluid. Like, a couple of girls tried to go home with me,
I mean,
but
you do got that pretty
you
brown
know what I'm saying?
skin over
Look,
there.
look,
I'm
look
just
at here, look at here,
saying.
look at here. Um, but I just love the fact that, they know how to be gentlemen up there. They know, like, I'm reaching for the check, dude. Like, no, I got it. Like, and that's not my man. That's not somebody I'm intimate with or somebody that's even trying to holler at me. We literally just having a great time, and everyone is just holding
Mhm.
the vibe. Everyone looked beautiful. No one's watching anybody. It was very refreshing to be outside on the open, hearing all the bodegas and the different music and the different culture. I love the fact that New York is so heavily influenced with culture, and it's just a beautiful thing to see. So yeah, let's get right into it. That's it
Yes,
for me.
yes, yes. Like we're gonna take a turn in New York, go down the street to old Boosie Badass. Okay. Your boy Boo. Your boy Boosie offered Mark Zuckerberg $100,000 for his Instagram account. Okay, listen, you guys, if you are not already aware of what's going on, Boosie, he toes the line as much as he possibly can when it comes to having sexual content on his pages. Now, his normal sexual content, unfortunately, it comes from a very personal place. Sometimes it could involve his child, which I think was kind of like the nail in the coffin as to why his page was shut down in the first place. Now,
Mm-hmm.
He been begging, pleading all over the place to get his Instagram page back. First off, Boosie,
Because
why
that's
your
his
social media
money.
team
That's
won't
his
just create you
thing.
a new page? Why they just won't create you a new page under another name? That's a small thing, but he's been trying. So he made a plea, you guys, straight up, offering Zuckerberg $100,000. Like, look, can I please just get my page back? And you all know social media now has become bread and butter for a lot of people in entertainment, especially say somebody who's not as much in the limelight as they used to be, say like a Boosie or Plies, or like these people are now built up on social media to a point where it's bringing in legitimate money. So now his money is a little fucked up. Okay, now brother can't get shape up. His gold teeth balance is dropping. All kinds of things are changing. And so he did apologize to Mark Zuckerberg for the sexual content material that was on his page, but the reality of it is, I feel like they're really making an example of him. I feel like I see and follow so many other entertainers, and other things that have this insane sexual content. Even Michael Blackson got broads pumping their titties every Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Nate Jackson got a whole twerk circus. This bitch is twerking, twirling fire, and popping bottles on the coochie. All kinds of stuff is going on. The reality of it, all kinds of stuff is going on. And I feel like if you're going to put these rules and regulations out there, then it needs to be full circle. Don't just make an example of him. You all could have offered him an OnlyFans
Exactly.
page. You know what I'm saying? He could have did that. I feel like there were other options, and I feel like they're really
I mean,
making an
I mean,
example of him. Why him though? I don't know.
yeah, because yeah, exactly. And I think also because they know it's his bread and butter, but I also think because Boosie speaks on a lot of things that a lot of people really don't want to hear. A lot of
Yeah.
topics, like pedophilia and president and so many other, but a lot of the things, places that he's coming from are also very fact. I call him like he like the mayor for the slums. You know, him and Pliers, like they speak on things that nobody wants to hear. So that's why they shut him down, because when Tory Lanez was doing it, he had cash on it, cash with the tongue, or he pouring milk down the butts. Like, and then Twitter, to be honest, Twitter is very, very. They got porn. Like, if I put in something right now, Twitter gonna come up. It's gonna be porn
Mm-hmm.
videos and all this other stuff. So,
Yes.
like, yeah, why are
Yes.
y'all
It's
making
everywhere.
it? So it's they also know that's his bread and butter, and to me, it's bigger because it can't just be
Mm-hmm.
that, because it's so many people that are also doing that. Like,
Right. Right.
he's
Most
just being talked about
definitely.
more.
So he is. And so let's keep pushing, because this kind of caught me off guard. Even though it just started on September 8th, you guys, I feel like I'm late to this one. So first, I fucking love Travis Scott. And they now have a Travis Scott meal at McDonald's in conjunction with Cactus Jack. Now, the Travis Scott meal is not like an official, they gave a new meal. It's just his favorite meal. But so they've also partnered with Cactus Jack, which is another region of that chain. And they're going to be doing not only just having his meal, but they're also going to be doing a ridiculous amount of merch. So you can get t-shirts, shorts, boxers, action figures, body pillows, rugs, and these things are going to
Mm.
be in the shape of McNuggets, which is going to be kind of cute. Basketball jerseys, ties, lunch boxes. McDonald's workers were even supplied with rare limited edition T-shirts for the release date. And they're going to be reselling some of these shirts. I guess the ones that have not been worn online, because they are a limited edition. So it's going to be very, very interesting. The prices for the merchandise that are coming in collaboration are going to go from like $25 for, you could get $25 for a pack of styrofoam cups. You could do $250 for uniquely designed rugs. First off, I love Travis Scott. This is going to be ending on October 4th. And I can tell you, as much as I love you, Travis Scott, I'm not buying nothing. But I love you though, because it's at the it's at the end of a pandemic and people trying to recoup their dollars right now. I'm not an essential worker, so people trying to recoup their little change
No,
right now. But as soon as
I
I get that
mean,
$25, I got you, bro. I got you.
now I'm for everybody in there come up. I think this is going to be very big for his brand because McDonald's is, as we know, an American brand. Am I excited that they
Right.
got Travis Scott, another black man, to represent something for our kids to be obese and overweight and eating this food that is not really food, it's really
Mm.
imitation and very much GMO. I think that because we control the wave, this just goes to show you again that they need our faces again because McDonald's is also losing a lot of money because no one is eating that trash ass food no more. So what they do, let's put a rapper, let's get them cool.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna
Mm-hmm.
do merchandise, all of that stuff, the glitz and the glam, because we gonna make sure he signs his check. It gotta be beneficial to him as well. But is it
Right.
really
Right.
beneficial to our children and the culture? Fuck no. And I don't give a fuck how much money McDonald's offering me. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it because y'all food do not shit. That shit stays the same and it does the same thing in your system. So shout out to you though, Travis, because again, I do love you. I do love your creativity. I think you are a fucking genius when it comes to putting on a show. You do more than just rap. You are like a fucking artist. So, and there's not too many people that I would say that about, but he's definitely one of them. And I am proud of him. But again, damn, why couldn't be Chick-fil-A?
Listen,
At least
first
their food,
off,
at least Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A
is
is
real.
not a fan
Dang.
of you. Chick-fil-A is
I
not a
know the way.
not
I
a
know
fan of
the.
you, ma'am.
Neither is, I'm about to say Chick-fil-A is not a fan of us. They're not, but a lot of our we own a lot of Chick-fil-A chains. So
Yes.
I ain't mad
Yes.
at it.
We
They
are
don't love us, but
empowered
they
business
will employ
wise
us.
through that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
not even mad at them. They'll put your kids through school, internships. You know how many kids I know from Chick-fil-A that then got scholarships, and they're all black children. So I'm not even mad at that. Go ahead, Chick-fil-A, because I don't hear McDonald's doing none of that shit. So
And you know what? That is very true. The fast food industry in general, you can really, really move forward if you stick with it and if you focus. But it's on the back end, you I guess you want to ask yourself, what are you really putting into? Or what are they really putting into you? So in
to
reference to
you,
what you're
right,
saying,
right.
you're right. In reference to what you're saying, I do see 100% how, Chick-fil-A does come off as being super amazing because they do put that. Um, I would want to know at the end of the day,
I don't care
whether or
if
not
they
my
like
black life does still matter. You know what I mean? Like, does my black life still matter at the end of the
it.
day? You know what I mean? If the shit hits the
Mhm.
fan, are you still going to stand for us? You know what I mean? A lot of restaurant
Right.
chains have black owners. So, but at the end of the day, you're still going to stand for us. But I get it 100%. McDonald's will send you to the bathroom,
Yeah.
which is why I'm not buying no Travis Scott meal.
Yeah.
But
Now, if I
we
ever wanted,
gonna
I'm
move
about to say, if I ever
forward.
wanted to be sick, if I ever wanted to be sick, I'll be like, Grandma, take me to McDonald's, so I don't have to go to school tomorrow.
Right,
Like,
that's real talk. So you guys already know the last versus battle, of course, was Monica and Brandy. Okay. It was life on so many different levels. That was my entire childhood. And so now the versus battle is about to blow y'all socks off. Okay. Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle are about to be the next versus battle. So this is coming soon, you guys, September 13th. They gonna knock your socks off. So not only am I a fan, and I will be considered young as far as their skill when it comes to fans, but
yeah.
the generations before
Mhm.
me, you think they not about to show out? It's people about to show out. I feel like this is going to be the versus battle that's going to have people dressed up and ready. You probably gonna see your aunties and your cousins in their
Mhm.
lady marmalade outfits, just ready, just ready. And I say, and I say that because one, I already know Patty. Patty
Sorry,
still
y'all.
got the voice. Gladys Knight still got the voice.
Mhm.
And I
Yep,
can't
they sure
even
do.
sit here and say, oh, I think one person over the other is going to get out on this battle. I'm not even going to try to play no games like that. I feel like somebody's auntie needs to chime in and y'all had that discussion on who do you all think
Nah,
is going to kill it in that battle. Like
I,
I feel like I could
I ain't
just
even
back up
going.
off of that one.
Look, I'm not gonna hold you when it comes to oldies. That is my shit. Okay, Gladys Knight, Sarah Vaughan. I can name a couple of folks that's like
Oh my
throwback,
God,
way
I'm a
before my
Sarah Vaughan
time.
fan.
I'm definitely,
Yeah, I'm a
yeah.
Sarah Vaughan fan.
Oh,
I am. I
so I
love
think
Sarah
I
Vaughan.
love
That's
you. I think,
when
I think I
so
love you. Like sincerely,
just
no.
side
When I mean
story.
sincerely, I was about to say when I mean I sincerely think I love you more because of this. Go ahead.
I
I'm gonna let
gotta
you have
tell
it. Go
you
ahead.
this story really quickly, and then we're gonna keep pushing. So you know how back in the day you could get like 13 CDs for $1. You would order
No,
the
yeah,
stuff of
I was
CD.
talking about that too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
It's just a
I was one
CD
of them
type shit.
kids, you guys. I was one of them kids who used to hoodwink and get all these CDs. And so when I was like 11 or 12, one of the CDs that I had was Sarah Vaughan. And when I tell you that it changed me musically, it changed my ear, it changed the way that I sang,
Mm-hmm.
it changed the way that I felt about myself,
Mm-hmm.
it changed it changed
Mm-hmm.
my outlook. Like Sarah Vaughan at that time in my life was life changing. It's songs now, and I'm almost 40. If it come on, oh my God, it takes me to another place mentally. But
Yep.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yes, I love her.
Yeah,
Just
I
a
love it. I
sidebar,
love it.
just a quick
Yeah,
story
it's
for
just,
you guys.
but I'll bag y'all. I'll bag y'all, but I love it because I love Sarah Vaughan. I love anybody. It's not that many people that I actually mention that to that they even know who she is. So that's a beautiful thing
Yeah,
to me
I
as
love
well.
her.
However, mm, Patty, Patty got the hits, baby. You hear me? Like Patty got hits that my kids probably know. Not saying that Gladys
Yes,
doesn't, because Gladys also has the hits, but and they came out the same time. So this is going to be like a good ass era. But I think that Patty came from different. She's just a whole, just different breed. Gladys got it, but Patty be
mm-hmm.
serving. So this is going to be like a
Yes,
Monica and Brandy, but for the like my mom and shit, like our mother's age group and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I think that this is going to be a very dope dynamic. They both have an extensive catalog. So yeah, I'm super excited. Versus y'all done did it again. This one though,
yes,
because the thing is, there's not really that many older folks on social media. I truly believe that a lot of our young folks are going to show up because their music is still being played. They get played in movies, so they're very. Even though they're not that
yes. They
relevant,
are still
their
relevant.
music
They
is
are still very relevant.
yeah, their music is
Yes.
still very relevant. Like they still doing tours. Like Patty is also known off Pie, so people go see. Oh shit, she's singing the fuck.
Listen,
Let
you
me
think
go
we fit to serve up some pies at the end of this?
ahead and meal. Y'all gonna get a whole ass meal after the damn verses and shit. Cause Patty about to whip it up. But Gladys, I ain't taking that from you, sis, because I know you could throw down too. But Patty just more known for it.
Oh
That's
my
all. You
God.
know what I'm saying?
I just want to see her do this one time. Just one time for me. And I'm
See, let me say something. I just swore I knew French, right? So I'm telling my mom, I'm like, voulez chez Oscar quoi ce soir? My mom was like, do you know what that means? And I'm like, no, but Patty
like,
LaBelle sang it in the song and it's on the radio, so
it's
it can't be that bad. Whole
spoken.
time that means
Voulez-vous
come to
coucher
bed.
with
And
mine?
I,
Yes.
I didn't even know that meant. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I saw y'all
That's
going.
right.
All right, fuck it,
Will
fuck
you
it.
come home with me tonight?
Home with me tonight. Ooh, love it.
Listen, I'm gonna just start saying
Love
that
it.
shit all the way up to the 13th. I'm just gonna randomly, y'all gonna know what it is. I'm just gonna randomly just say it. So listen. So you all already know I hate talking about
Oh,
Kanye
God.
West. And I mean with the passion. And this is not new. This has been since I've been on Illustrate. I don't want to talk about Kanye. Okay, somebody talk to
But
my
we got to
producers.
talk
Stop
about
putting
Kanye.
him in on here. Kanye's ass done walked on water, y'all. Okay. You see my level of excitement. Kanye done walked on water. I don't even know what else to say after that.
Kanye walks on the
Who the
water.
hell told
Levitate, levitate,
Kanye
levitate,
you
levitate.
can go walk on
He
water?
put a
So
that
it
man
was
put a
Labor Day
glass
weekend.
bridge under the water.
Okay, and Kanye West, of course, you guys know, he has his Sunday service. He did it this time at a pond in Atlanta near Pinewood Studios. And of course, he's working a lot now with Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen was there, did a awesome sermon like he normally does, preached on Jesus walking on water. And so Kanye and his kids, along with the entire choir, performed a reenactment story. And so, as they are all dressed in similar outfits, they went out into a shallow body of water and walked through the water, but they also had doves to give it like this divine effect and to kind of simulate Jesus walking on water. Now, this is where
I can't
my
argue that.
issue comes
Mhm.
in at. Okay, Kanye is smart. I don't feel like he's any different from any other preacher, pastor, or ordained, not ordained, who seeks God. If you seek the word and this is what he speaks to you, fine. A lot of pastors, preachers, mega churches put on fantastic shows. I feel like sometimes he toes the line for people to look at him as Jesus or view him in a higher light
All right,
than being
wait.
human.
Can
Go
we
ahead.
time out? Because I'm about to just interject. Kanye is a god. Every black man, every black woman. First of all, the black woman is God because we are the creator of life. Okay, known fact. Okay. However, every black man is God, and I
However,
think that that
comma,
is what Kanye. I think that's what Kanye is trying to instill here. Is that
no.
shit? Y'all over here praising the Jesus that y'all don't even know. Mind you, he white in the Bible and say something else. We not even gonna get into that because really they took a couple of chapters out of the Book of Horrors, but that's another topic. I'm gonna teach y'all about some history. Y'all Google it. Okay,
They
so
took a whole lot.
144.
It wasn't just a
They
few
took
chapters. The
they ain't
entire
taking like
story is
the whole,
chosen.
pretty much the whole story of the Bible came from another. It's like a short
Right,
story of another
right,
144 chapter story type shit. So
right.
Kanye to me is trying to instill that although y'all motherfuckers, I look crazy to y'all, I am still a god because whatever I say, y'all do. Whatever wave it is, y'all control, and I want every black man and woman to also know they got that power too. Period. And I ain't mad at it. But Kanye, this whole walking on water, I know that we can do it. Look, you was in for a second. You was like, what? Where is she going
No,
with
because
this?
because my thing is, at what point do you feel like Kanye is really still there essentially for people of color or for the people of color who put into his brand? Really, people of color built Kanye to where he was, and then there was a dynamic shift. Now, whether or not
Yeah,
that
I
shift
think
is because he
I
had
think
mental issues, whether or not it's because his
it's
mom
too much.
passed and he don't know how to deal with whatever is going on, I can't really say in the past few years where Kanye has really been a leader or in this community or any level of transcendence to say, hey, black men, be like me, look at what I'm capable of. He's been on
He
some
can't
other
say that.
shit.
Shit, yeah.
I just can't stand by
He
him.
can't, and
I just can't.
okay, so he also I'm just saying he also went through shock therapy. They did something to Kanye because Kanye had a very powerful voice. Do you know that's the Kanye that I love, and that's the Kanye that I'm going to choose to kind of hold on to and remember because I know that when he went into that mental hospital, when he lost his mother, there were a lot of different things. Like he also felt like he was being attacked. That's also signs of PTSD and depression and so many other different things that he could possibly be dealing with. But at the end of the day, I think he's also still very much genius. And somewhere in there, I know is the old him,
Oh no, he's
right? So
genius.
he's like to me, to me, he's like at a tug of war with his reality and what perception is and all of those different things. So I'm gonna keep it light. I'm gonna kind of give him a break on this, but that's how I want to see it. So I'm gonna interpret it that
Mhm.
this is how we should take it, even though he sounds batshit crazy sometimes, and but his
Regularly.
whole energy, the whole thing of wanting to be outside in nature. These are all tribal things that we used to do as a culture. When those energies are being wrapped and we're singing, those are really forms of worship. That's what our worship used to be. So I'm not mad that he
Hmm.
took the structures out of it. He said, you know what? Because God also said, if y'all going to go by the Bible, your church is anywhere. It's not
It
just with
is
four walls.
very true.
It anywhere can be your sanctuary at the end of the day. And what better way than to be out with nature, grounding barefoot, getting those minerals and those charges all through your body and trying to become sane back down again. It looks crazy because this is not something that the normal people in society that we do. But if we really got back to it, if we really started meditating and our energy and our vibrations were being sent through this universe, they would not know what to fucking do with us. That's why his whole little, everybody's like, oh, it's a cult. It's a cult. It's not a cult. That's called energy. That's
Mm.
that to see it, right? So I haven't been a part of it live, right? But I tuned
Hmm.
in because I was curious to know what was all the hype about, and it did seem kind of like cultish. If I was being the stereotypical mind and not trying to think outside the box, but I'm like, wow, he's
Okay.
outside in the universe. They're singing, they're dancing, and I mean, that energy and the fact that everybody is so well paid to travel and their kids are being taken care of. And then
Hmm.
when I look at the choir, although I do see a couple of salt in there, it's a whole lot of pepper. A whole lot of pepper. So I'm not mad at my boy for that. But I think if we got back to doing that, trust me, life, this power shift that we really about to feel soon, it would happen so much faster, and it would mean so much more for our culture. So we got to stop looking at people who are geniuses, who were once so sound that he could literally go on live air and say, this fucking president don't give a fuck about black people, and stick to that. Oh yeah, Taylor, you ain't even deserve that shit. That should have been my homegirl Beyonce. Like, that is that energy where we can say what the fuck we want to say and get away with it. But no, Kanye, you could not do that because you have a level of power that they were scared of. So they said, you know what? We're gonna check your ass into a mental asylum real quick. And yeah, that's where you're going, and we're gonna zap your ass and we're gonna drug your ass. And that's pretty much what I have to
Well,
say
I'm gonna
about that.
need
But
undercover brother to come and snatch Kanye up then. Okay. Y'all stop feeding Kanye the mayo and let's get back together. Because I don't know.
give
Like
them a
I feel like
chance.
it's
We're
just
gonna say
some
we're gonna
other
let
things
people
we're gonna have to
live.
agree to disagree.
We gonna
Like
we said we're
I would
gonna let
never
people,
take
we said
away.
love and let live. We
Yes,
said love and
yes,
let
I did.
live.
Yes, I
And
did.
here we
Yes,
go.
I
And
did. I'm gonna
here
let
we go.
Kanye
See,
live. I'm gonna let him
I'm gonna
live.
let him live because
I'm gonna let him
I'm
live.
gonna put the words back to you, baby. I'm gonna put
I'm
the
gonna let him
Zuzu was
live.
out there. The Zuzu was out
He
there.
got one
Okay,
more time to pop up with
I'll be
Donald
right on
Trump.
my life
He
anyway.
got one more time.
You
But I'm gonna
see?
let you live
Let
for
me
a
tell you
little
something
bit,
though.
okay?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we're gonna let you live for a little bit. Kanye know what
Just
he's
for a
doing,
little
son.
bit.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
he know what he's doing.
I don't knock the hustle.
But that's a
So
good news.
another
We got some good.
infamous rapper who is always on the hustle. Master P. Now, let me tell you, Master P will come up with a new business every 3 to 4 years to sweep y'all off y'all feet real
And you
quick just
got
to get his money back up. And then he goes sit down. So, Master P is hoping to have a business that is going to challenge the Aunt Jemima and the Uncle Ben's. After a long running food lines, he's had the rapper snacks and things like that. Now he's going to be having a company that offers breakfast line of items. So it's going to be grits and
mm-hmm.
pancake mix and syrup, oatmeal, rice and beans, all these things that typically
Yeah.
are white owned companies, typically have thrived off of using black faces. And so now Master P is getting into the game. He hasn't released the name of it yet, but I can assure you, I know it's going to be definitely interesting. I know it's going to be eye catching. He said if they made millions off of Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben's, imagine how much they'll make and be able to give back to their community. And that's one thing that I can say about Master P. Every time He has a new business, whether it's clothes, food, cologne,
Mm-hmm.
music, whatever he
Mm-hmm.
does,
My
he
man be lit.
definitely puts back into his community. And I think sometimes his levels of philanthropy are just never really recognized. I'm going to try it. I'm going to tell you that I wasn't a fan of them rap snacks, but because you was Master P, I tried
He,
it. I'm going to try it, and I hope that it is just as delicious and everything else.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Master P again because this is a man who he's self-made all day. To know his story from beginning to the end, salute and respect. And to be honest, I'm gonna support him regardless. Hopefully, I can add salt, pepper, sugar, my vanilla, whatever. If the mix ain't good, you know what I'm saying? Some pure extract. I can't tell y'all all my secrets. Some nutmeg. I can add all that shit, and I'm gonna make it good. We're gonna make it work. Just make sure your prices are also compatible. Compatible, or
Yes,
what's the word I'm looking for?
yes,
Yeah, compatible, and we good to go. Cause honestly, Aunt Jemima and Ben's whatever that shit ain't owned by us. It's been not owned by us. It never
it's
was
not
owned by us. They
right.
just using our face. They just use our face, and they're actually there's lawsuits against. I forgot the. It's a big brand company because they all own it. It's like a whole under umbrella,
Is it
but
Quaker?
there's actually a lawsuit. It's not Quaker because Quaker's owned by another top tier. It's by the guy
Okay.
Spaceos, Absos, something Sos, whatever. But he owns a lot of the brands that pretty much use black people, black faces to kind
Hmm.
of. But there's a lawsuit against him for the family of Aunt
Hmm.
Jemima and Uncle Ben.
Right,
So
right, right.
yeah, I'm all for supporting this. Fuck them because they ain't for us. So Master P, you doing your thing. I'm proud of you. Yeah, no limit. All that shit. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yes. And we have people commenting on our Facebook live stream. So the comedian Alabama said it's gonna have Mia X eggs and mystical biscuits. First off, we ain't eating no mystical biscuits around here,
Hey,
okay?
I like that. No, I ain't even mad because I felt like mystical. You that shit that happened to you was some fugazi, but anyway, that's another story. And yeah, I'm here for the mystical. That shit sounds so mystical biscuits, mystic biscuits. Hey, you want some mystic biscuits? I like that. That shit. He not gonna use them though, but yeah, Mia X eggs. I'm here for it. Mia X maple syrup.
I would try Mia
Auntie
X
me.
eggs first off. I love Mia
Yeah,
X.
I would too. I do too. That's my boo.
I feel like she's one of the most underrated female rappers just in the back in the day. But moving on,
Period.
moving on, moving
Period.
on. So
I feel like
I've been having so many conversations about this week. You guys, Dr. Dre and his estranged wife, of course, you all have heard that they're getting a divorce. And I know so many people have seen the breakdown of what she wants. Um, Following the divorce, she need $100,000 for the cell phone bill. She need another 90 grand for this, another 100,000 just for entertainment, and it was some astronomical number for entertainment. And my argument was, her level of entertainment and my level of entertainment, clearly it's not going to be the same. You know what I mean? Clearly, she's probably out eating exotic animals and shit and buying bitches. I'm not doing
mhm.
that. Okay. Her level of entertainment, of course, is going to be more than mine. But what it boiled down to was just, what a lot would say would be an astronomical amount of money. So now she wants him to sit down for a 21-hour deposition.
This
I
is
don't know
dragging. I'm
nobody.
sorry.
I don't know nobody who want to go sit down and talk to nobody or listen to nobody for 21 hours. I think that that's crazy. Um, just in the end, I mean, granted, she does want $2 million a month, which in my retrospect, with the amount of money that Dr. Dre makes, I don't think $2 million is far fetched. But again, that's just me. I think that's on perfect scale. If I were with the man who was making six figures, seven figures, whatever the case may be, maybe I would ask for, 10 grand a month, 15, clearly going according to what the plan is. But so it's 21 hours for the deposition, 125,000, you guys, for charitable contributions. I'm not giving away that. 10 grand for laundry. 60 grand for the education, and I don't know if that's the education for her or for the if they have a child, and that 900 grand for
Yeah,
entertainment.
that's it.
I don't know why your entertainment costs more than your education. $135,000 a month for clothes. I mean,
Entertainment could be
$100,000 for
travel
cover
too. Vacation.
no doubt. But why your clothes cost more than your mortgage? It's just certain. I'm not going to act like it all makes sense, but I do think that sitting down to go over this and bang this out for 21 hours, I think that that's excessive. We don't know what happens in their household. Dr. Dre does have a history of whooping on women, so we don't know what she may have had to endure, what she may have had to deal with. But I don't feel like at the end of the day that money is
I'm
going to fix
sorry. All
whatever
right.
it is. But I feel like if I'm
Is
with
that's going
you
on
and
with
that's
you?
what I deserve, then give me what I deserve. At the end of the give me what I deserve. If I'm entitled to whatever per our agreements prior to the marriage, go on and just sign the paper and let's move on. Go on and just sign. Just give my little dollars and go on about your business.
So my thing is, I think she's doing a lot. I know that Dr. Dre is he's worth whatever. He probably got like 150 mil yearly in revenue off of fucking just Dre beats, not to mention his residual, right?
Mm-hmm.
However,
Mm-hmm.
I think she is not thinking like a sane person because we had no clue on what she had to endure. But this what I'm looking at does not seem like a person who says you've loved someone and you're being petty because you wanted to keep golf clubs, you wanted to keep motorcycles and guns and things that like just would mean something to him just out of spite. So just because of that, I'm looking at this and I'm saying this is being spiteful because regardless, he gonna take care of you. Your kid's gonna be solid, like forever.
Right.
And
Right.
I'm pretty you got investments in the company, and if you don't, but you don't, and this is why you're dumb because I would have definitely made sure on black and white my shit was stapled and solid. Oh, you signed that contract? Okay, I'm signing it with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, where's my share of
Right.
the
Right.
company in my name? You know what I'm saying? In my name. So I don't know if this 2 million is to secure her kid's future, but it doesn't sound like it. I know that the vacations and 900,000 vacations, that's because everybody want to live further. Is this for a month or is this for a year? Because 900,000 per
This is for
month.
a month. It's yeah. It's
Oh,
for a month.
she want to see that
Now
make it
that's what I'm
even
saying.
worse
Nine
because
hundred thousand
you want
dollars for
you want you
entertainment.
want 24 million a year. Who
Yes.
the fuck? 24 million a year. How long was she with him? I gotta do the math because I feel like it gotta be math broken down with this. 24 million a year. How much is it? How much is he worth? Divide that into the
She has
time. Add a
been
little bit of
his
interest.
wife. She's been his wife for 24
She's been his
years.
wife. Okay.
24 years.
She
So that's a
started
million a year.
started from the bottom. Yeah, look, right. Started from the bottom. Now we here, bitch. You better not ever get married because that shit gonna get cut. You hear me? So pull everything you need to pull
Listen.
together. I think that's what it is. It could even be that. Let me get everything that I can get out of you because whole time I want to move on from you. I probably got somebody in the pack behind you,
Hmm.
and I really want to
Hmm.
bring them to the front end. So let me do that. But let me get what I can get first and make sure that my kids are straight. Child support, he
Hmm.
definitely got to pay that. As far as for the kids' education, that's a given. But $20,000 for a cell phone bill, shit. T-Mobile do 150 unlimited. Family plan.
That's
How many
hilarious.
lines y'all got? They
That's
do up to five.
hilarious.
You can have two people with 5 lines. Like,
Listen.
I'm just saying.
Her
I'm just
cell phone
saying.
does amazing things. First though, she got more than one phone. Let's
That's what
establish
she can.
that. Okay. She got
Yeah,
more than one
she do.
phone.
She can
The
teleport
kids
through her
got about
phone. She
two,
can
3 months.
teleport.
She'll be here next week. Watch. Watch.
Yeah,
And
she
I
gonna,
hate to
let me
even
just hold
jump
on.
on
Let
it
me FaceTime her.
Listen, I hate to even joke on it though a little bit because she has alleged that, there's been abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse, and other things. And I'm like I said, I don't feel like you can necessarily put a dollar amount on pain, but at the same time, nobody really knows what she's had to deal with, what she's gone through,
I'm about
and
to
then
say,
nobody knows
I'm about to say, honestly,
this is before Beach Dre. So even before Beach Dre had money out the yin yang. But once he sealed that deal for Beats, his net worth skyrocketed.
went
Okay. He
yeah.
went damn near close to Tyler Perry's. That's damn near close. And I don't feel like what she's asking for is far fetched. I think in the grand scheme of what he's really worth, what she's asking for is normal out there. What she's asking for is normal. So real
So his net
quickly
worth
going
is
to hit this hot
800.
take.
I
Go
was about
ahead.
to say his network. I know we made it real quick, but his network, just to give y'all some 500 million.
800 million. So what's
Yeah.
2 million a
He
month
can,
to a
yeah, he's
dude that
20,
got 800 million?
48. He can
That
do
ain't nothing.
48, 50 million. He got that. That ain't shit. That ain't shit. All right, next story. This
It
hot
ain't
take. Let's get
nothing.
into it because pay that shit. Pay that
So
shit, Dr. Dre.
our hot take,
You can afford
so
it.
our hot take tonight is, what do you do when your colleagues or your associates offer backhanded racist compliments? Now, because
Mm.
I have always worked the let me see how the best way to say this. For 20 years, you guys, I worked in the medical field. Okay. Out of those 20 years, 15 I've worked for predominantly upscale establishments or top tier medical facilities or facilities where people of my color are in limited capacity. Okay, let me just say that in the nicest way possible so that nobody gets offended. And I have
Fuck
had
y'all if
my
y'all get
brunt.
offended. No.
I've had my brunt of compliments that would always make me not necessarily question myself, but question that person's stance, question whether or not when they leave from walking away from me, are they thinking in their mind, oh, just nappy headed nigga. You know what I mean? Like I've had people say stuff about my hair, about my skin, about my all things, Lord God, my lips, my eyes. Like I've had people say a
The
lot of
food that we
things
eat.
that
Oh, do you
that
like watermelon? Motherfucker, do you? Shit.
listen, that
I
in
know
the
you
end is
love
like,
fried chicken. But
yo,
this KFC, I
how
don't even eat
far
that shit.
in to the stereotype do you buy? But I'm gonna tell you what's so slick about this shit. They towed a line and skated. I mean, it's just, oh my God, because they'll say something in a way where you can't necessarily report it. You can't necessarily
Pop
say,
off.
okay, you know
No,
what I
I'm
mean?
gonna
I
report your
can't
ass.
go, but on the
Mhm.
inside, but and that is that microaggression that a lot of people talk about. That is that microaggression because people will say things to you. I've had a white lady pet me, bitch. I ain't no dog, but I've had a white lady pet me. Um,
Mm.
because she just wanted to touch my hair. I've had people say, you know what I mean, give me compliments that you would. If you're not woke, you would think, oh, that's so nice. Nah, bitch, that wasn't nice. That was real fucked up what they said. And they just dressed it up and put a bow on it. And here, let me serve you my racism like this.
It's not that.
Um,
Right, right.
so it's like, what do
Like
you
I had
do?
somebody say in my
Sometimes
head.
you can match with.
Yeah, I would say I've
Go
had
ahead.
somebody compliment on my hair and my lips, or give me a voodoo doll from New Orleans, a white redneck man give me a voodoo doll necklace from New Orleans with these big ass pink lips on the joint and said, "Oh, I thought
Mhm.
of you when I got these," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Why?" Because we don't look alike. Or the lady who said, "Oh, your hair is like one of the trees when the leaves falling off." What? My hair
Are
looks
you
like
trying to tell
a
me that my
dead bush.
hair? Yeah.
It's dry like a dead cat. She's like, "Can I just touch it? I'm just curious to know what it feel like, bitch." This is what I said to her. "Can I touch your fur?"
Listen.
Look,
Listen.
I will counteract.
Listen.
You come at me and say my hair look like a dry bush. I'm like, "Oh, can I touch your fur? Let me pet your fur." Because that's what your hair is. It's not
So
hair. It's
you
fucking
guys,
fur. Like,
the the question is, what do you do when you receive these
I
compliments.
counteract.
And so,
Yeah, I counteract.
yeah, most definitely, I will serve them they shit right back. And I don't have and I will
Mhm.
make it sound just as nice and pleasant and pretty. Okay, I
Yeah,
stop being T
tactful
Gray
as
and I
ever.
will give y'all all this Tiffany right here in your face. Oh, you really? Well, you smell like a wet dog, goddamn, and it ain't even raining outside. How you do that? Like, I will give you your shit back. I don't have no problem with that.
Yeah, that's how I
I
do
will
it. I
give
counteract. But I also feel
and
like those people
it's
who are
unfortunate.
confrontational, it is unfortunate. And for those who aren't confrontational, there are places that you can go to report it. For the federal government, definitely take an EEO complaint. I write everything down. You say something to me, I'm writing down the time, date, stamp, and everything because I am a contractor, so I have to be very mindful of what I say. But I also want everyone to be very mindful of what is said to me. So if you feel like you can't talk to the direct person or pull them to the side and have a conversation without being confrontational, then I would say talk to your HR department, talk to EEO. Do not let that
Mm-hmm,
shit slide because
mm-hmm,
if we do,
mm-hmm.
it will develop a culture and they will think that this is something that can be done on a regular basis because these two particular people do this to this day on a regular basis because no one says shit. But you see, when I said something, yeah, your ass is
Right.
no longer in that position that you're currently in because you need to go take sharp training and all that other shit all over again.
Your ass is grass, you guys.
So,
That's the translation to that. Your
yeah, this is
ass
grass
is
fucking. We're
grass.
lucky.
So, you guys, this is the end of our show. I certainly
We're
hope you
wrapping
all
it up.
enjoyed. Make sure that you do follow us everywhere. Check us out every Wednesday, 9 to 10 p.m. Of course, we're streaming live right here on Facebook at our Studio 202 DC page. You can listen to us on iHeartRadio. You can follow us on Instagram at illustrate_radio. Check us out on YouTube. Either way it goes, make sure you all are looking for us. We are looking for you. When we do these shows, feel free to come in, comment, chime in. We want to hear what you all have to say. I'm T Gray. Real quick, you can find me at the love below _ sex talk with T Gray. Lucky got a hundred IGs, but drop one today, Lucky.
I'm gonna drop one. It's Lucky Lay Marie. Y'all follow me on there. My magical AF. I gotta get that one up to date a little bit more. Shout out to Nikki's Boutique. I just wanted to shout you out real quick for my beautiful pearl headband. Shout out to your person making your sauce t-shirt that you was rubbing up
Oh
at
yes,
first
yes,
on the
yes.
joint.
My boy Will
Yeah,
Robinson. He's in here on Facebook Live checking us out with his psyched up brand. No doubt,
yeah.
it's growing. I'm super proud of him. Yeah.
That's what's up. So
So
shout
you
out to
all make
everybody.
sure
We
you
miss
all
you.
keep us.
Again, Chalk.
Yes. Yeah, Chocolate Barbie. Make sure y'all check
We
her
miss you.
out too at the plug Pretty Best Friend. Make sure you also follow our DJ at King Cyrus Stamp. I can't wait to get the crew all back together. Hopefully, we will be back in the
Yeah,
studio
I know.
soon
I
with
want to
way
see
more
4-3 windows.
content. Way more live videos. But in the meantime, in between time, you guys, we will see you all next Wednesday, 9 to 10 p.m. We'll be right here. Bye.
Bye.